Hello everybody, welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be going over Laredo scary stories submitted by you guys. This video was made possible by Laredo Paranormal Stories Investigations. These stories were taken from the stories that you guys published on that page. And if you guys don't know that page, I will leave a link in the description below. If you guys don't know, you can follow this page on Facebook. And it's people like you, me, anybody interested in the macabre, in the paranormal, in the out of this world, anything having to do with that. It's a whole group of people just sharing scary stories. And who knows, one day maybe your story will come out on my channel. But I would like to thank them for letting me use some of these stories, and the stories will be credited to the people who actually put their names on. If not, they will be anonymous. Let's get started. Roll that intro. There is no need to adjust your TV set. What you are about to witness is the paranormal, the strange and the unusual. This is not for everyone. If you stay, viewer discretion is advised. You have been warned. This first story was submitted by Anonymous. I was at a car dealership not too long ago when I got into talking with an elder woman. I don't know how the conversation ended up being about the supernatural experiences, but she said that her daughter, who is an innocent teenager that doesn't drink or go out and do drugs, was driving home down Carlton Boulevard when she saw something that really scared her enough to not want to drive down Clark at night again. She got home terrified and was pale. The mom asked what had happened. She said she saw a weird half-animal, half-human trotting across the street from the old white two-story house on the north side of Carlton near Meadow, across the streets to the house that looked like a chapel. She was terrified, and she said that it was around 12 a.m. and that other people have seen it crossing back and forth between 12 and 3 a.m. Let me know in the comments down below if anyone has seen this or heard about this. This next story was submitted by Stephanie. So after I told you about the story of hearing what sounded like La Llorona at Quail Creek Apartments, I've been having terrible and horrible sleep paralysis. It's only been 3 nights, but 3 nights in a row is unusual for me. When I finally broke out of the sleep paralysis, I feel super dizzy and disoriented. We're in the process of moving out of those apartments and we've been sleeping in our guest room. So for the past 3 nights, I've heard what sounds like scratching on the walls in our main bedroom, and also often whispers like children's voices. The apartment feels incredibly heavy, and move-out day couldn't come fast enough. This next story was submitted by Anonymous. It starts, "Hello, I would like some advice. A couple of months back they ran over a lady. She was one of our daily customers on Springfield Avenue, where she was pronounced dead at the scene. She passed away in front of us at my job location on Springfield Avenue. I remember when this lady would walk, and I would always ask God in my mind to help guide her, because she would always have her head down and not look at the streets to cross. And a car could run over her, and then a week later she passed away in front of me and another coworker. Time has passed by, and we've been experiencing little kids laughing with no one in there. We've seen dark shadow figures at night, whispers, and 2 little kids running to the back of the store, and no one's there. After 8 years of working there, we've never heard or experienced anything till she passed away. Can it be her, or is it something else?" This next one is also submitted by Anonymous. Years ago I was working at Macy's here in Laredo, at Mal del Norte. I worked at the jewelry department. The store had already closed. I had to clean all the glass counters with Windex. The last glass counter that I needed to clean was the watches. I started to clean and worked my way around. When I got back to the first place I started, I noticed 2 little handprints on top of the glass. Mind you, I was the only one in the jewelry department. The store was already closed, no customers in sight. I freaked out. I knew I had already cleaned that area, and there was no way a little child could reach the top of the glass and make a perfect little handprint. I just left the cleaning supplies there and left. Weeks later, I was working at the purse department, and again, it was closing time with no customers left. I had to clean the 4-sided mirrors, and at the very top, I saw little handprints again. I'm 5'2", so the little handprints were higher and much taller than me. I couldn't reach them to clean. I didn't know what to think or do. I just stayed calm and I didn't want the fear to get to me. I instantly told another associate who was working with me, and she told me that she's been working at Macy's for years now, and she would hear stories about a little girl or boy who died. Didn't want to know too much since I had to keep working there, but those were my only two encounters I had. This last story is from my comment section. This story was submitted by Salma Sandoval. Hello, I'm currently living in Laredo and I believe my street is cursed. Ever since they built Guadalupe Bridge connecting Guadalupe Street to Houston Street, there has been numerous deaths occurring in my street block. Countless lives have been lost in vehicle accidents, both human and animals alike. We call it the Gray Street because the sad energy can be felt. All my neighbors have reported hearing a woman crying the same night that everyone hears it. Shadow people have been seen crossing the street or standing there. There will be random nights where you can hear knocking on the windows and doors. This happens in the whole entire block. On two occasions several years ago, they crashed into my property, knocking over my whole gate and cement walls. Both accidents had one thing in common. The person inside the car said they saw a person in the middle of the street and swerved in order to not run them over. You can tell there was fear in their eyes and voice when they would turn around and try to explain that there was a person there. On top of the human death rate, all of us have lived in the street have lost pets to the cursed street. Somehow pets get drawn into the streets and stay in the middle only to get run over by vehicles. My backyard is literally a pet cemetery for all our neighbors and our beloved pets. Alright guys, that was Scary Stories of Laredo, Texas. I want to give a big thank you again to Salma Sandoval for letting me use her story of the Guadalupe Bridge. And also, a big thank you to Laredo Paranormal Stories and Investigations. Thank you guys for letting me use, and also for your fans, thank you for letting me use y'all stories. If y'all have any ghost stories from wherever you are, San Antonio, anywhere that you're watching this, if y'all have any paranormal stories, like UFO sightings, anything, please let me know in the comments below or go follow them. I will leave a link below to Laredo Paranormal Stories and Investigation. Sweet dreams.